Awu Mtshobeni wamuhle kanje ekuseni.
Why you make me laugh, chairperson?
Umuhle musi uqamile uhlambile.
I'm always ready.
Ndiyakubona. Umtshana wakho.
Honorable members, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning, we can hear you there.
Chair.
No, thank you very much, honorable members. I'm just in transit to can proceed. Mr. Mkize, can you help us with the quorum for members of our committee?
Morning, honorable members and colleagues. Chairperson, we do correct for this meeting.
Thank you very much. Can you also just slide the agenda for us? Thank you very much, honorable members. Here is our agenda for our meeting on Tuesday, the 15th of July, 2025. I want to formally welcome everybody to the meeting and all the honorable members, our officials, PMGs also on the platform. And good morning, everyone this morning. Honorable members, I will formally open our proceedings for today. And then Mr. McKinney can just guide us in terms of the apologies that we have for our meeting.
So far, Chair, I haven't received any apologies. That's all, Chair.
Chair.
Honorable, is it Honorable Nonkonyan?
Yes, Chair. Sorry, Askis. I was trying to raise my hand. Good morning to you, Chair. Good morning to the honorable members and everyone on the platform. I'm not so sure whether Honorable Petition nowhere is there, because the last time I was talking to him was apologizing, was not well. Then it's just, I don't know whether the secretary is that, unless I just want to check with them.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Nonkonyana. It's Honorable Peter on the platform. Honorable Pizzo. I don't see him there. And now, according to the committee secretary, we have not received the apology from the Honorable Pizzo. So, in the absence of such, I propose maybe we'll I'll ask Mr. Enrico, maybe just to call Honorable Noe and just find out from him. But we haven't received any apology. And I would rather say, I'll allow Mr. Enrico to call him and then let's proceed.
Let's leave it at that then, Chair. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, we are considering our agenda is on the screen. Can you have a mover for the adoption of the agenda?
Thank you, Chairperson. Honorable Mananiso here. I want to move for the adoption of the agenda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mananiso. Is there any seconder for that move?
Yeah, good morning, Chair. It's Honorable Zulu here. Yeah, I move. Yes, Chair. I second.
Thank you very much, Honorable Zulu, for seconding Honorable Mananiso. Honorable members, the agenda is being duly adopted. Can you fly it again, Honorable Mr. Mkhize? Thank you very much. The first item, number 1, is the consideration we've done now. We are moving to item number 2, which is the consideration and adoption of a progress report on the executive undertakings that were made by the Minister of Home Affairs. You will recall that we had a virtual meeting with the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Leon Schreiber, where he took us through a progress in terms of the undertakings that he made last year on the 17th of July 2024. Now, what I will ask is that we have received a report that was sent by Mr. Mkhize. Can you just fly that report for us so that we can just go through it, Mr. Mkhize? I believe, members, that you received the emails yesterday from Mr. Mkhize with the documentation. They were also sent to us here on the WhatsApp chat group. Mr. Mkhize, I'll just I'll move slowly with that one. All right, honorable members, these are the meeting that took place, as I've said, with the Minister of Home Affairs. Those were the members who were present. We had those officials who were part of, and we also had the minister with his team, by the Director General and some of the senior officials in the. And then they gave the undertakings. Number 1, it largely dealt with the ICT infrastructure, the digital transformation that the minister is leading. Then executive number 2, this is what the minister took us through. And then we had undertaking number 3, and those are the updated to receive the progress report from the minister. And we had another undertaking number 4, we had undertaking number 5. And these are our observations. Just post there, Mr. Mkhize. We heard about the committee observations, and then the committee observed and noted a significant progress that was made under Operation Vulindlela Phase 1, where almost 91% of the reforms were completed. And then 5.2, I won't read verbatim. The department also submitted a rollout of the e-visa system and introduction of the points-based system, the PBS. We remember that the minister took us through that. And then 5.3, the committee also noted that there were some technical challenges related to the one-point PIN function. And then 5.4, members raised concerns about the delayed construction of modernized offices in Thohoyandou, Limpopo, in Kwadukuza, in KwaZulu-Natal, as well as disparity in services between urban and rural areas. And these were the recommendations that the committee gave. Let's go through the committees quickly, Mr. Mkhize. 6.1, the department must ensure the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure is in the process of resuscitating the Thohoyandou and Kwadukuza projects. 6.2, the committee informed in writing of the precise date in September 2025 when the electronic travel authorization system is expected to be rolled out. 6.3, the department to continue collaborating with community development workers to ensure outreach in rural areas. And then the last recommendation, which is 6.4, the department to expedite the current efforts to improve a branch appointment booking system by expansion to more bank branches for access to services and the implementation of the ETA system. Members, those are the the 4 recommendations that we made. And the committee report is in front of us, and we need to consider that report. I'm going to open up for any amendments, questions, or clarity in terms of the committee report. Mr. Mkhize, we have you on the hands. I don't see any hands from my side. Honorable members, if there are no inputs for clarity or corrections.
Chairperson.
Okay, Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chair.
I know. Just hold on, Mananiso. I'm recognizing you, Honorable Mananiso, and I'm noting Honorable Billy after you.
Okay. No, thank you, Chairperson. Mine with regards to the Home Affairs report, I would like to firstly say that the only thing that I think that needs to be done by the secretary before submission to the NCOP is just to align the writings and as well spaces. For example, 3.7 and 3.8. It's as if like it's different items, but that's the only thing that one could have identified as a little bit challenge, but everything is fine. So I just want to move for the adoption of the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mananiso, for those inputs and moving. Honorable Billy, I recognize you.
Chairperson, good morning to yourself and good morning to the honorable members. I'm rising for the committee to adopt the report, Chairperson. Thank you.
Honorable Bini, thank you very much. I will take that you are seconding the move by Honorable Mananiso, because in her remarks she did say that she proposes we adopt the report. Thank you very much, honorable members.
That's correct.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Bini. Mr. Mkhize,
no,
we have...
Chair, I raised my hand.
All right, Honorable Nonkonyane, over to you.
Chair, no, I was not part of the meeting, but on the recommendation, just a clarity without being raising any counter. That is the issue of in rural areas to what committees. And to me, technically, the road through to what committees is, of course, toward councillors and their committees. And I also want to find out whether the institution of traditional leadership is being neglected by us. It's not relevant in this matter. Just for point for clarity, nothing else. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. No, thank you very much, Honorable Nonkonyane. This is a report of our deliberations of the Home Affairs Minister. I note your input. Members just felt that there was a direct input from members to say that, you know, there's disparities. And I think I can't just recall the name of the member who even made an example to say when you visit an office in Cape Town and sometimes the offices in rural parts of our province, you know, it's not a standardized system, or not system, but in terms of infrastructure of offices. So members were urging the minister to make sure that, you know, they modernize and expedite the process so that even the most rural branches of Home Affairs, you know, they are on the same path with their offices in urban centers of our country. I think that is where we were when we had that undertaking meeting with the minister. But I note your point. I note your input. Honorable members, we have considered the report. Mr. Mkhize, can we go to the next item? Just I'll show it on the screen again, the agenda. Honorable Nonkonyane, is your new hand?
Chairperson,
Honorable Manani,
yes, sorry, I'm taking note that you are saying that you are in transit, but I think with what Honorable Nonkanyane could have just said, you have actually responded well, that we can note it as an input for further engagement, because on his response, the minister, when he was doing these undertakings, he emphasized the fact that he would be working with different stakeholders in ensuring that everybody is reached in terms of information, be it on opportunities or anything that the department will be rolling out. So I think I'm covered by your sentiments there to say that it's for noting. So let us just note it as a matters arising based on what has been adopted as a true reflection of this meeting. Thank you.
thank you very much, Honorable Mananiso, for that input. Members, we are on item number 3, which is the consideration and adoption of a progress report on the Khutsong petition. As you'll recall that the Khutsong petition, it has been dealt in terms of the procedures in the NCOP, but it is an ongoing petition because those matters were not resolved or are not going to be resolved immediately. That's the feel that we had. And then we decided to make a follow-up session with the stakeholders, particularly the MEC for Culture, the Office of the Premier in Gauteng and the Benafong municipality. We had the meeting in Gauteng on the 27th of June, on Friday afternoon at the Gauteng legislature. Now, this is a committee report from those engagements that we had on Friday at the Gauteng legislature. I take the members, you are well aware that that Friday, the 27th of June, we met with the provincial government and Gauteng in the legislature, and we had the second hearing, and at this hearing we dealt with the relevant stakeholders there, and these were the members who were present on item number 3, and these are on item number 3.1. These were the members who couldn't make it to send their apologies, and then we had the 2 officials. We also had the relevant stakeholders, the MEC Mama Bolo, we had members from the municipality, and we received a progress report as submissions. We received the presentation from the MEC, who was also doubling as a stand-in for Premier Lusufi, the Premier of Gauteng, and then the presentation was done by the HOD, Mr. Barclay, and a number of the officials. And those are the resolutions from 1. But can you just move slowly and don't rush, don't rush. And those are the resolutions that we had. Resolution number 1, it dealt with the department coordinating the single response in line with the respective department implementation. Resolution number 2, we dealt with the portal continues to provide support to the Benafong municipality. Resolution 3 is regarding progress that the municipality must send Resolution number 4 is the progress the department conducted thorough analysis of the municipality. And resolution number 5 is the progress COGTA in working with the department. So those were the 5 resolutions that we received. And then we had the MEC made those presentations and gave us the report back. And those were the submissions from the municipality. And those were also the on 4.2. Let's move. I'm going to read through. There was we also gave an opportunity 4.3 to the petitioners who were present. The initial petitioner, Mr. Ramokwatedi, and some of those stakeholders who accompanied them. Then item number 5, we had deliberations by committee members. And these are just the brief submissions that were made from 5.1. Let's move. 5.2. Let's move, Mr. Mkhize. Let's move, go to the bottom. And 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6. All right, let's go to the next point. Now go to the bottom.
Perfect, Chair.
All right. So those were some of the deliberations that we made as a committee. Members, you'll recall that I was explicit at the meeting. We agreed that we are going to afford them to submit us in writing those outstanding matters, the municipality. But most importantly, we wanted to afford the department to go and finalize the issues that were raised by the Khutsong residents. You will remember that we've given the MEC and the provincial government about 3 months. So we'll be meeting them again in September. Members will just have to decide that are we going to go back to Gauteng? We have options of doing on the virtual platform. And then the other one option that we have is to go back. And I think I'm for the idea that we actually go back physically to Gauteng, and particularly now to Khutsong, to go and see progress that has been made. And maybe just to also compare that when we were there in October, what has been some of the improvements and some of the particular issues that were raised and that are part of our committee report and resolutions, to make sure that when you go in September, we go and assess the progress that has been made. So that is the committee report from our meeting and our deliberations in Gauteng. I'm going to open up for hands. Mr. Mkhize will just assist me in terms of the hands that have gone up so that members can make their inputs or make questions or make corrections to the committee report. Mr. Mkhize, just assist me there whose hands is up.
Honorable Mananiso. Yeah.
Yes, I note Honorable Mananiso and Honorable Billy in that order. We'll start with Honorable Mananiso. Over to you, Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chair, with regards to this report, one would want to acknowledge the work that has been done. However, I've noted that the minutes are not reflecting that part where the MM tried to actually protect himself. And I think that they need to indicate that part where we stopped him to emphasize and speak about PMFMA, this and that, trying to refute issues of his allegation by those members who have submitted the petition. So if that can be included, one would want to move for the adoption of this report as a true reflection, noting those omissions if they would be done by the Secretary. Thank you.
Mr. Mkhize, have you noted the input by Honorable Jane Mananiso?
Noted.
Noted. Thank you very much. Honorable Billy, over to you.
He's out.
Come again.
He has left the meeting. I think the network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got disconnected. A second.
All right,
I'm back on
the platform. Over to you, Honorable Billy.
Thank you, Chairperson. I have a problem with 5.5, which reads as follows. The committee agreed on a time frame of 30 days to be stipulated in respect of progress reports to be made to the committee around the recommendations. It doesn't say which recommendations it's referring to. My understanding is that we had this meeting. And
Honorable members, I don't know, it's because my network, I'm struggling to did you get what Honorable Billy was saying?
No, even on my side, I cannot hear.
Yeah, Honorable Billy, your network, are you able to repeat just your inputs? Because we struggle to hear you. Over to you.
Hello?
Honorable Billy? Honorable Nonko, just hold on. Honorable Billy, can you hear me? Okay, honorable members, we are struggling with Honorable Billy.
Sorry, Chair, I wanted to assist.
Okay, over to you, Honorable Nonkonyana.
I think Honorable Billy, although he is not about to finish, his point was that, yes, the 30 days, but it is not explicit what we wanted to be done in the 30 days. In a follow-up to him, because I raised the hand to follow up on him, you'll recall that there was a report that were meant to be submitted to us, but were submitted to either the province and things like that. We said that report must be submitted to us within 30 days. Honorable Billy was actually in line with that. We need to be very, very explicit there, what we is required to be delivered to us within 30 days. The Secretariat may assist.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nonkonya. No, I agree with you. That's why and then I think maybe Mr. Mchize will have to just flesh it out so that we are clear on what we are referring to. The other item was that we wanted to get a report. Remember, there were those allegations that the petitioners had made, and the MM and together with the mayor, they were able to say, look, that information is available. They will give us that information. We gave them actually 7 days. It largely deals with the appointment of service providers that you'll remember that were there, and as well as monies that were already spent in Merafong. There was a 5 million plus that there were serious allegations against them. So those are the items that the committee want us to see explicitly and being expressed in this report. And then Mr. Mkiz, just guide the meeting from communication from your side to my office. I haven't received any of those reports from the municipality. And I mean, it's already more than 14 days after our meeting with them in Gauteng. Any update regarding that item before we move to the next agenda point item?
So far, Chair, I haven't received any anything from the municipality in the department.
Now, there's a cause for concern. We should just follow up on that. Honorable Billy and Honorable Phala. I'm going to give to Honorable Honorable Billy. You can go first, and then Honorable Phala will follow you.
Thank you, Chair. I'm sorry I have to do this. I feel like it's important that I make this point. I am struggling with connection where I am. But I do want to say that in as far as 5.5, I think it was, the point being made there is not clear enough on what is going to be reported on. And my understanding is that the committee in that meeting had a strong view that the responses did not speak to the resolutions of the committee and ultimately of the NCOP. And there was then a suggestion that there must be a clear feedback or report sent which speaks to the recommendations of the NCOP or the resolutions of the NCOP. A report which clearly spells out what has been done in as far as that is concerned. And among that, I see, but the investigation has also been correctly captured, which is yet to happen. I think that is what is important, committee members. We've got to follow through on the resolutions of council before even establishing other areas. I think it's going to be important that we capture that correctly, Chair, so that we can get proper response on what had been discussed, debated at every level. That's my input, Chair. If that can just be fixed and a bit clearer on what is expected after the 30 days, as far as the discussions were concerned on that day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Billy, on that point. And I think maybe during the counting the network issue, I did say that we must follow through on what is contained in the report. But Mr. Mkhize, I hope you've captured what Honorable Billy is saying, just to make sure that 5.5 is explicit in terms of what exactly the committee is looking forward for, and then just amend it through so that it reads properly. When a person picks up a report, can say that we are tracking work that has already been agreed upon by the committee and by council, because those resolutions were tabled in council and therefore are council resolutions.
Okay.
Honorable Pala, over to you.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning, honorable members. Chair, I was not in the meeting as you indicated in your report. That I was. I apologize. Chair, I sense some. When I was making some follow-ups on the engagements on that particular day. I sense there were some differences between the province and the municipality officials on how to deal with the issue of Khutsong. Is it correct? If it's correct, what are those issues of differences, and how do we deal with them? So I just wanted to add on that, because I was not in the meeting on that day, but I sense there were some difference between the province and the local officials. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Pala, on that. Just a quick one, not necessarily a difference. I think and I really appreciate what the MEC was trying to what he did, that the issue of Khutsong could have been handled better, and he really took responsibility for that. Amongst them, it was the issue of communication and government not having a coordinated approach in resolving the issue of Khutsong, and taking responsibility to make sure that everybody's on board. And they are now bringing even the national government, the national COCTA, to coordinate that work, so that Merafong municipality, the COCTA, Gauteng, as well as COCTA National, they all come together and work to resolve the issue of Khutsong and how they can solve the problems of the sinkholes in the municipality. We even got to be sensitized that a lot of other parts in Gauteng are also suffering with these sinkholes, but we confined ourselves to the original petition dealing with issues of Khutsong. And we were able to, at that meeting was able to tie in everybody on board, the Merafong municipality, Gauteng government, as well as national, to work together to resolve the issues of Khutsong. I think I've answered you, Honorable Pala. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, you partially answered me. I will propose that we take the matter further, Chair. Otherwise, then the matter will remain hanging if we don't make sure that both the national, the province, and the local municipalities or officials have a decision, a firm decision on how to deal with that with the Khutsong issue. That's a crisis there, honourable members. It has to be resolved. I think in our first engagement, the petitioners and all the committee members who were there were very they expressed themselves explicitly on how difficult the situation is there. So I would propose that we really have a firm decision of both the three legs of government, that's the national and the province and the local, on what is to be done and who's going to do, and with the time frames. So I'll propose that we come with something which will tie them together. Chair, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pala. Maybe I was not so explicit, but what your concerns at that meeting has already taken that from view. That is why we gave them that time frame to make sure that they resolve. And yes, all three spheres of government are on par and are going to be working together to resolve the issue of Khutsong. Honorable members, we had a mover from Honorable Jane Mananiso on this item. I just want to get, did we have a seconder that we consider and adopt this committee report with those amendments? The amendments that came from Honorable Mananiso, as well as the amendments that came from Honorable Billy. Can we have a seconder to that move?
Chairperson, thank you very much, Chairperson.
Second.
Honorable Medupi, you can proceed.
Oh, thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Based on the deliberations and the inputs made by members, I then move to second the mover.
Thank you very much, Honorable Medupi. Mr. Mkhize, can you fly the agenda again? I believe we are done with this item, and then let's move to the next item. No, thank you very much, Mr. Mkhize. Members, we are on item number 4, where we are considering and adopting the following set of minutes. There is the first one is for the 11th of June, 2025. We've also received as part of our package. Can you just go through them? Mr. Mkhize, can you fly the minutes for us? Thank you very much. Members, the meeting took place on the 11th of June. It was on the virtual platform. This meeting was taking us through in terms of the e-petitions system, the platform where we are able to put petitions on the website of Parliament. Those were the members who were present, and those were the apologies that we received. And number 2 is the officials that were part of the meeting. Number 3, I dealt with the opening and welcome. Number 4, we received the e-petitions training from the 2 officials at Parliament. Number 5 were the deliberations by committee members after the presentation. 5.1, we emphasized on public awareness of the e-petition. And then we had 5.2 collaborations with the public education unit to market it. Then we also developed 5.3 to simplify the e-petitions, considering technology challenged people and people are residing in rural areas. And then 5.4, we ensure that it is accessible to all by providing a free link to the e-petition platform so that members of the public do not get charged for data to access the portal. And point number 6, I then proposed closure and the meeting was adjourned. Honorable members, these are the sets of minutes of proceedings. I'm going to open up for any corrections, for any inputs, and then we're going to adopt these sets of minutes. Any other member who wants to put amendment or wants to correct the minutes? If none, can we have a mover for the adoption of the minutes?
Chairperson.
Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chair. I just want clarity. It's all these 3 sets of minutes that we are adopting simultaneously.
No, we are dealing with the ones of the 11th of June, where you were not present.
Oh, I was not present on that one. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Can we have a mover for the adoption of the minutes? Honorable members? Honorable members, can we have a mover for the adoption of the minutes?
Chairperson, it's Billy.
Honorable Billy, over to you. Thank you.
Chair, I move for the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Billy. Can we have a seconder?
I take Chair. It's Honorable Machoben.
Thank you, Honorable Machodi.
Sorry,
You can
man,
proceed.
I was struggling for the network. I second the move of the adoption. It was a true of that day. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Machobeni. Thank you very much for that. Honorable members, we have duly adopted the minutes of the 11th of June. Mr. Mkhize, can you flight the next set of minutes? Honorable members, these are the minutes of the 18th of June. They deal with the item that we just dealt now. These minutes were our virtual meeting with the Minister of Home Affairs and his officials who were part of us. Of that minute, then we can go. And these are the officials who joined us in the meeting. And on item number 5, I did the welcoming. And then on item number 6, I handed over to the minister and the department. They were giving us a report on those executive undertakings. And item number 7, I closed the meeting. We ended up at 4 minutes past 4 minutes past 3. Honorable members, can I open up for any inputs, corrections of the minutes? I see the Honorable Godsell and Honorable Jensi Boletswe. Honorable Godsell, over to you.
Chair, I move for the adoption unless Honorable Mananiso has any inputs.
Thank you for the move. Honorable Mananiso, over to you. Honorable Jane Mananiso.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. One would want to second the minutes as a true reflection.
Thank you very much for that second move to Honorable Godson. Honorable members, the minutes of the 18th of June has been duly adopted. Mr. Mkhize, can you proceed to the last set of minutes that we need to consider and adopt? These were for the 8th of July. Honorable members, we had a meeting with the Minister of Public Works at the NSFAS building, where the minister was doing his presentation on the executive undertakings that he did last year after taking office. Must just go up a little bit. These were the members who were present and the apology that we received. Honorable Nonkonya and Honorable Noah and Honorable Midupi, they had their apologies. Honorable Herrick and Honorable Machobeni, also the apologies. We had those 3 support staff from our committee. And then we had the minister and his team. I did the opening and welcome as per standard on item number 5. I gave a brief overview of the committee and our work. Item number 6, we adopted the agenda. Can you move? Number 7, we received a progress by the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure and on the executive undertakings made by the minister. And they dealt with all the executive undertakings that we've given them. Thank you. And it was quite a number of executive undertakings that we put to the minister. Can we just go to the item in terms of the committee deliberations? I think it's on 6, if I'm not mistaken. 6. Those are the items that Mr. Mkhize?
No, you can. It's not fine, Chair.
All right, thank you very much. And then there were 2 reports that we requested the department to give us. The first one, it dealt with the pilot initiatives regarding the Harambe. And then the second was the report that looks at extortion cases per province. Members had expressed their interest to see a national picture, but with a provincial breakdown. And the department indicated they will submit those reports to us. And at number 7, I did the closure and we adjourned at 12:25. Honorable members, this is the set of minutes for our meeting on the 8th of July 2025. Is there any corrections, inputs to those sets of minutes? And before we do the adoption of the minutes. Honorable Godson, Honorable Mananiso, are these legacy hands or new hands?
New hands, Chief.
New hands, all right. Honorable Godson can go.
I thought Honorable Mananiso will adopt and then I will second, but seeing as it's my turn, I move to adopt, Chair.
All right, no, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm moving between slides and screens, so it doesn't show whose hand was. But thank you very much, Honorable Godson, for the mover. And then can we have a seconder? Honorable Mananiso, over to you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Let me second this minute as a true reflection of the meeting, and they are so well crafted. The only input that one would want to make emphasis on is with regards to these 2 reports that have been highlighted. On the second one, the other emphasis, it was per province indicating our regions as well, so that we must be able to trace if whatever that is happening on the ground has been captured per this particular data. And I second the minutes with those omissions. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Mananiso. It is noted. And I think maybe also, because my understanding when I had engagement, you say that we should see where those cases were reported, because you realize that some provinces, the demographics are different from province to province. And I think the report should be able to reflect those demographic differences of our different provinces. Honorable members, thank you very much for the adoption of these 3 sets of minutes. Mr. Mkhize, can you just slide again the agenda so that you can see where we are? All right, honorable members, we are on item number 5, which is closure. Before I do closure, I just want to find out any pending issue from members, any issues of concern. We are well within our time that has been allocated to us. Maybe if there's any member, but if there's nothing, it should not also be a problem. I'm trying to see, is there any hand? Okay, there's no other hands. Honorable members, thank you very much for your participation and availing yourself to this committee meeting of the Select Committee on Public Petitions and Executive Undertakings. I thank you very much for your inputs, and thank you very much to our officials, Mr. Mkhize, Ms. Namhla, and our content advisor for their hard work behind the scenes, and to Mr. Enrico for ensuring that logistics are always sorted out, members are aware, members know where their stuff is, members know where the documents are, and keeping us abreast. And also to my executive secretary, Ms. Fakir, thank you very much for all the support that you're offering to myself. And as well to Mr. Jabulani Majosi, who is from PCS, Parliamentary Communication Service. He's the one who ensures that the work of the committee is profiled, make sure that it's communicated to the public out there so that people can know and understand the work of the committee. Honorable members, with those words, I want to propose closure. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Bye.